I think that the key thing is standards. As a cyclist, nobody's required to take any form of test.
But then again, let me pause you there, because I've heard this before and I know roughly where you're going. If I see someone driving like an idiot, I don't draw any conclusions about motorists.
Well, I think, if I have a tendency to say something silently in my head about motorists...
Yes, but you don't ring up radio stations to claim that there's a broad generalisation to be made about motorists, because you've seen 34 Herberts in the last 2 years.
Yeah, no, I understand.
So why do we do it with cyclists? Why are you doing it now?
Well, I don't... I think that education is important, but...
No, so do I, but I'm just pointing out that you see an idiot in a car and you don't jump to any conclusions about, quotes, cyclists, motorists, end quotes. You see an idiot on a bike and people ring me to tell me... Do you see what I mean?
Sorry, say again?
You see an idiot on a bike and you ring me with a point about cyclists, not just about idiots on bikes, but about cyclists.
No, I'm just saying that generally, in my experience out there, you don't have to have a mirror on a cycle. When I talk to people who are taking up motorcycling for the first time, I say to them, everything that happens is your fault, regardless of the rules.
But you're not responding in any way to what I just said, Mike.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. So the point is this. If you see an idiot in a car, it doesn't lead you to any broad conclusions about all motorists. Why, when you see an idiot on a bike, are you led towards broad conclusions about all cyclists?
I would disagree that I have broad conclusions.
But here you are on a radio phone-in show about cyclists in general. Yeah. And you're on the side of them having something to answer for.
But I haven't made the point I'm trying to make, which is that...
They don't have mirrors or education.
If they don't have mirrors, they don't have education. And when you're out there, when I see a good cyclist, particularly when I'm on the scooter doing deliveries, which I do for Shop in Sheen, if I see somebody riding well, I say to them when I come to the lights, you're riding well. I just lean across and they really appreciate that. And that's from the scooterist.
That's quite patronising.
And I do it the other way around.
To grown-ups?
Sorry?
To grown-ups?
Yeah, to grown-ups. To anybody that I believe is riding well, I will tell them. You don't have... Bikes are the only thing that don't have to overtake on the outside. Your earlier caller talked about not liking people overtaking on the outside. But one of the problems as a motorist is it's very hard to gauge what's coming up on your inside, because you've got scooters on the outside, you've got oncoming traffic. And in the congested West London streets, it's very prevalent. And as a cyclist, I'm aware of cyclists, but I will be completely honest, there are times where I just don't see them. There are times where I don't see motorcyclists.
And how would them being educated or having mirrors help you in those scenarios?
Well, as a motorcyclist, your mirrors are very important.
No. When you don't see the cyclist, how would the cyclist having a mirror or more education help you see them?
Well, they'll be the mirror is for them to be more aware of what is coming up on their outside. And not having to look.
But if it's coming up on their outside, it's in front of them, mate. The mirror is going to show them what's behind them. So how would them having a mirror make them more visible to you?
The majority of interface between bikes and cars is cars overtaking. Well, let's say 50-50.
Yeah.
When the cars
anyway, you've taken me up to 59. We will part as friends, but I'm afraid that central point stands. I see an idiot in a car, I don't think, oh, down with motorists. I see an idiot on a bike, I don't think, oh, down with cyclists. But a hell of a lot of people do, and I still don't understand why. So on this occasion, my friend, we have failed.